Hello, welcome back. If you've been playing Star Trek over the last couple of years, but especially over the last month, we've noticed a lot of issues with server lag, especially in TFOs that are popular, ISE, ISA, whatever the current event TFO is, and so on. If you watched my video a while back about the laziest lazy boat build, I go into a private instance of Pava, which is the event TFO, and I did that during prime time hours. And if you notice, I was getting some lag, even just at the very beginning flying up. And that got me thinking about how the servers are structured at STO. And my speculation basically is that each instance, so like all of the ISE maps, are hosted on the same server thread or same server process. In the case of Pavo, the event TFO, those are all hosted on the same worker process as well, which means that if something is lagging that process, then all instances are going to be affected by it. And I don't know if they have a way of assigning additional, processing power to certain instances that they know are going to need more power. I think that's probably reasonable to assume that they can do that, depending on how old their architecture is. But we did some testing this week, and I just want to walk through some of that testing. And you can see I'm flying a ship here in the Leviathan instance, and the reason we chose this instance is we figured nobody else would be playing it. Because when you're actually in a TFO, it does not show what number instance you're in. And you can see I'm not really lagging here. If you watch the engine trail of my ship specifically, it's pretty smooth. And then all of a sudden, right here, I start to get a little bit of lag that gets progressively worse. And I'm starting to warp around. I'm having trouble activating some abilities. And the reason for this is that someone else in a different Leviathan instance is activating multiple copies of the Organic Nebula buff ability. And this ability basically spawns an entity like this little particle cloud thing. And you can spawn it indefinitely because there's no cooldown or global cooldown or anything like that. So someone that has multiple copies of this ability, or probably any of the new buff abilities, but especially Organic Nebula, can effectively lag out an entire instance of map. And it doesn't have to be someone on your team. You might not even ever see this player. It can just be someone in an instance somewhere spamming an ability like this, causing lag. And there are other abilities that cause lag besides Organic Nebula, but that's probably the worst offender. I think anything that does like a lot of rapid damage, so like we talked about way back, haste, and the main limitation of damage being improved by weapon haste was whether or not the server could handle your weapons firing that quickly. Right now, if you use a couple of different things, you could get maybe 100 haste or 150, maybe 200 haste in a short burst. But I think if you tried like 400 haste and you sustained it for an extended period of time, like you probably can do now with the Awani console and trait, and a couple of other things, you could easily cause some lag with that. So I think what we're seeing here is that the game engine just can't handle the amount of stuff that's been tacked on. And I do think that like the Organic Nebula situation in particular needs to be resolved. All of these new buff abilities are pretty bad in their own ways. I don't know if the malicious AI or Tractor Beam Catapult are causing lag like this. I would think Tractor Beam Catapult might be capable of causing lag like this because it spawns in an entity, the actual asteroid or whatever. And malicious AI, because it's 3 separate damage over time effects and the hold control effect, I would think that if you spam that a lot, you might be able to cause some lag, but that one's issue is kind of a separate topic. It's the hold. So anyway, I hope this information was helpful or insightful into kind of the back end of the game and what's going on and why. Um, I don't really have any solutions to offer or how to fix this. I guess I just kind of wish that the game had stopped getting updates after like, I don't know, July of last year, and we just had a fan server that just was that point forward or something. But anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good one.